through here at the City of Hope. And let's give a warm welcome to Caitlin.
Hi, my name is Caitlin Heron, and I'm 15 years old. In June of 2016, when I was 12 years old, I was diagnosed with a very rare form of leukemia called BPDCN, blastic plasmatoid dendritic cell neoplasm. At the time, I was in 6th grade, loved school, and was on a gymnastics demo team. During one of my practices, while doing a dismount off the beam, I hit my ankle really hard, which caused it to bruise. The bruise never got better and started to form a lump on my ankle. So my mom took us to several pediatricians, but they all told us that it was just a popped blood vessel to heat compress it, and they sent us home. This process only aggravated my lump on the ankle even more, and after 6 months of going back and forth to my pediatricians, it finally ruptured. Thinking it was a sarcoma, we were referred to the City of Hope, where Dr. Firmino did a skin biopsy on my ankle, and we were told I had leukemia. At the time, I did not grasp the severity or seriousness of my diagnosis. I was more scared of entering middle school. It wasn't until I met Dr. Karras, a leukemia specialist and my pediatric oncologist, that I learned more about my prognosis. During the first meeting with her, she told me and my family that not only did I have leukemia, but I had one of the rarest and most aggressive forms. This cancer is predominantly in older men over the ages of 65, and it is so rare in adolescents that I am only one out of a handful of children to ever be diagnosed in the entire world. This disease is so grim that it was previously known as the natural killer, and most cancer institutes did not know how to treat it. Thankfully, the City of Hope was the only hospital that had experiences with BPDCN in children and had an immunotherapy trial called SL401. After I learned of my exact diagnosis and the name of my cancer, I was really scared because no other child had survived it. In addition to the overwhelming news, during my treatment, I had met another patient who had passed away from BPDCN. For the first time in my life, I thought about death and whether I could ever attend school again. I spent most of my 7th grade in treatment and was wondering if my life would ever return to normal. The treatment regimen I went through was hard and intense. I was bleeding a lot and required many transfusions. Without the blood and platelets that you generously donated, I wouldn't have been able to go through the many rounds of chemotherapy, localized radiation, and full-body radiation that helped save my life. Dr. Karras informed my family and I that my best chance of survival was to get a bone marrow transplant. We tested my family, but none of them were full matches. So, City of Hope did a national search, but because I'm of mixed race, no matches were found either. And as a last resort, they did an international search, and one umbilical cord from Malaga, Spain came back as almost a perfect match. It was so close that my donor and I could have been biological sisters. On January 5th, 2017, I received my donor cells, and on January 21st, I turned 13 in the hospital while in isolation. As I met more pediatric patients and saw what they were going through, I was determined not to let this cancer win. I didn't want the next child diagnosed with BPDCN to feel the same way I did, hopeless. I wanted them to know that I survived and this cancer could be defeated. I had a very successful transplant, and after many restless nights in the hospital, on April 25th, 2017, I was declared cancer-free. I'm currently 2 years post-transplant, and I've started high school as a freshman. I'm a typical teen going through many changes. Recently, I stumbled upon one of my mom's blogs, in which she wrote, and I quote, "I was naive enough to think going through cancer with my daughter would spare me of all the teen drama." After graduating from high school, I plan to attend UCLA and major in either biomedical or biochemical engineering. I truly believe I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for your generosity and the incredible care I received at the City of Hope. I feel as if the hospital is my second home, and the doctors and nurses that took care of me are part of my family. And now I feel like you are a part of me. Because of you guys, I have my whole life and future ahead of me. I know I'm very lucky to be here, and I hope I can do what I can to give back to people like you guys who helped me through my journey. Thank you for allowing me to share my story. I am so honored to be speaking here as a survivor and as a miracle of the City Folk.